Hello and welcome to my pick a card video. So today I thought it would be a good idea to do a video on what should you be focusing on in your life. So this is going to be really good for you if you're a bit confused about what to do next. Maybe things aren't going the way you planned, or plans have hit a hiccup and you're just unsure what to focus on in order to make a success of your life. You can also think of this in terms of a specific area of your life, like what do I need to focus on in my love life or in my career, anything. Or if you've got a specific problem, you can also adapt it to that. You know, what should you focus on in order to resolve this issue in your life? It's entirely up to you. The important thing is that when it comes to making your choice, you focus your question on the area in your life that you really want the answer for. And if you just want a general one, just ask the question, what do I need to focus on in my life at the moment? So I've got 4 options, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I've put the timestamps in the usual places. So I want you to get clear in your mind what exactly it is that you're looking for. Relax, take a few deep breaths, and when you feel ready, make your choice. If you need a bit more time to do that, then please go ahead and press pause, and I shall see you at your reading. Okay, those of you that chose option 1, this is your reading. I've also got the charms. I forgot to mention that in the introduction, but I've got your charms as well. So we'll look at the cards and then we'll dish out a few charms and see what else that gives us. So what do you need to be focusing on in your life at the moment? And just adapt what I say to your particular circumstances. And if you're thinking of a particular area of your life, just adapt what I'm saying. And don't forget, if it doesn't all resonate, that's fine. Just take the bits that do and use those pieces of information. So we've got the Gatekeeper, Fairy Time, Time Shifts, Dimensional Slips. The Hooded Man, that's obviously the Hermit. The Tower, don't get scared. You're Ready. And Passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay, so this is quite a clear message for me. Just make sure you can see everything. You're ready. Now's the time for you to change your life. You're at like a crossroads, or you're at the point where it's time for you to do something new with your life. You've reached the end of a cycle. Maybe a relationship has exhausted itself. Maybe being single has exhausted itself. Or the job that you're doing. Maybe you've sadly lost your job. Or the career that you wanted to establish doesn't seem to be profitable or viable anymore. There's just something gone where you've outgrown it, I think, actually, for a lot of you. You've really outgrown the journey that you've been on recently, and you're ready for a new challenge. And I think a lot of you are probably hungering for a new challenge, but you're not exactly sure which direction to move in. This is why, what do I focus my time and attentions and energies and efforts and resources into? And the message is that something that you feel passionate about, quite simply. So let's do it as a love reading. If you're like single and you're looking for a really great partner, it's got to be something that you're passionate about, as well as a really good level of compatibility. You know, perhaps you're not factoring in sexual desire, just for a few of you. If this is a career, you need to have a career that you're passionate about. Now is the time for you to follow your passion. Maybe there's a dream that you've always had and it's never seemed possible. But now the message is, no, go ahead and do it. The Tower in this context isn't saying, you know, something terrible is going to happen. It's saying now is the time to restart your life. You know, get rid of the things that no longer serve you. Get rid of the things that you've outgrown. I really do feel this is about personal growth, that you've reached a new phase in like your development, your spiritual development, your intellectual development, emotional development, and you're now ready to move on and do something new and more exciting and more challenging. And it's saying, good, do that. Now's the time to knock about the status quo, is to challenge yourself, to accept the things that you're willing to not so much sacrifice, but let go of in order to achieve your passion, your dreams, because you're ready. That's, it's saying that you're ready now to take these challenges. You're ready to step through that doorway into a new life for yourself. You're still going to be protective over the things that really matter to you. So, like, say you're very family orientated. It's not saying give up your family, you have to abandon them. It's just saying that there's a new life to be had. And I think this is probably for a lot of you something you've been quite secretive about. You've not really been open about it. Others of you, you've pondered on this for a long time. Maybe you've done it quietly in your spare time, or thought about these things quite a lot, but not really, as I say, not really spoken about them. And I take this as well as inactivity in the area that you have a passion for, that you have a desire to rebuild your life, be reborn again, in a sense, doing this thing or being with this person or living this kind of life. But that's what you need to be focusing on. Starting a new life for yourself, starting again, really, I feel, for a lot of you. Because if you're stagnating and you're aware that you've been stagnating, the message is it's time for you to take action. Because quite a lot of people think that the Tower moment, the Tower card, is something that happens to you. But no, you can instigate your own Tower moments. You can look at your life and think, I'm stagnating, I'm bored, I've got nothing to do, I'm not in the right job, I'm not in the right relationship, I'm not in the right place, I need to move, I need to get a new job that pays better or is more in line with how I want to live my life. And you can start off your own Tower moment where you look at it and say, yeah, I have my foundations, but this tower is rickety. The brickwork is coming loose. It's not going to withstand any shocks. And you decide to take action to carefully dismantle the tower, carefully, repair the bits that need repairing, and rebuild something new. So I think a lot of you instinctively know what I'm talking about and what area of your life that this is all about. So you're ready. Now's the time to really seriously put some effort and time into it. And let's see what your charms say. Okay. So yeah, this is, to me, the bell, and it's got a heart on it, but it's about hearing the pull. There's an alarm bell going on. Time to take off the mask and reveal what you've always wanted to do. Let's say you've always wanted to be a writer. Now's the time to start writing and say, actually, I'm going to write a book. Home, building a new foundation for yourself, listening to a secret message that only you can hear. You need to put the shell up to your ear to hear the message. So there's a message that you know, that you understand. Yeah, working on something, making something yourself, building something that's going to last a long time and have deep foundations in your life. It's like growing your tree. I think for a lot of you, actually, all you need is to put the gear in and it'll all work. So there's something that you need to do. And I think it is sort of, because we've got the unicorn, something only that you can do, and this sense of uniqueness with the sewing machine, that you're making your own unique clothing. It's what makes me think of. There's a piece missing, this gear, and then when you've got this gear, the whole thing will run like clockwork. So there's something, just one thing I think a lot of you need to do in order to get this going. I wonder if you can get any clue what it is. It's taking a gamble and going in it with the mindset that you're going to succeed. You can't allow any negativity to come in to ruin this for you. You must think positive. You must go in with, I'm going to succeed. I will not fail. I want to see if there's anything I can get to do with this gear. Should I use the... see what a charm comes out. If we don't get anything there, I'll shuffle a couple of cards. What is it that you need to do to get this going? Tower, dreaming of the sea. So you need to, I think, Get away from being isolated about what your dreams are. So now it's time to reach out to get people to support you, I would say. So let's say you need to go on a training course to complete your passion, to fulfill your dream, to get qualified in it. Now is the time to start reaching out to places where you can learn how to do that. It doesn't have to physically be university or college. Maybe there's online courses or evening classes or something. Or if you've always wanted to meet a certain type of person, it's time to now reach out to where you're going to meet that type of person. Do you know what I mean? It's like if this is about love, and you've got somebody that you've got your eye on and you're feeling quite passionate about them, it's saying you're ready to get into communication with them. Because the flowers as well, to me, is like, you know, when I get given a bouquet of flowers, I love it. It doesn't happen often enough, but I really love it when I get given a bouquet of flowers. It's such a beautiful gift to me. I really love it. And that's what that makes me think of, is it's time now to hand out the invitation, hand out the beautiful, sweet gift. It's inexpensive, relatively, and it's time to, as I say, get away from that isolation. Because I said I felt that you've been in the hermit mode already. It's time to get out of the hermit mode and reach out with what you've got. So go back to the writer. If you've written a book, it's now time to send it to an editor or send it to a potential publisher, or self-publish it. Because it's something you've been dreaming of, and it's time now to allow the dream to become a reality. So this is what you should be focusing on. I will leave, actually, bring that up. So you can pause and have a look and find your own meaning in the different charms. But that's your reading, those of you that chose number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want a private reading with me, I've got a sale on until the 24th of July 2020. So have a look in the description box and you can send me an email. If the sale has finished and you still want a private reading, by all means, please contact me. I look forward to hearing from you. It's oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com. But otherwise, I wish you all the best of luck. Please take very good care of yourself. Thank you for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay, those of you that chose number 2, this is your reading. I also have charms.
Please say that again.
The spy device was listening in. I don't know what I said to trigger that off, but I paused it for a second just so I could tell it to stop. This is your reading, number 2s. So what do you need to focus on in your life at the moment? And you can apply this to one specific area or more generally. And remember to just take the bits that resonate, and the things that don't make any sense, just leave them aside. You know, you just got to use what's useful to you. So we've got the secret path, an irresistible pull down a distinct path, ley lines, mystical traditions. You can see that. Green Man's Door, portals to fairy, wheel of the year, galactic and Gaian entry points. Next we have Page of Arrows, Wren, then Ace of Wands. Then we have, not the right time, and religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay, what this speaks to me is that, first of all, it is not time to act. The cards are generally saying it's now time for investigation and research and quiet contemplation about this area in your life or what you're going to do next. So if you're raring to go and full of pep and energy to strike while the iron is hot, the iron is not even in the fire yet. So take a breath, chill out, and give yourself some time to, I'm going to say for some of you, for it organically and naturally to just come to you. It could be through meditation. It could be through something else spiritually in your life where you give yourself time to, as I say, just quietly come to the understanding of what you're meant to do next. Because there is a new path for you to take, but I get this feeling it's just not ready for you to walk on it yet. It's not ready for you to step on the path and go up down that route. Maybe things just practically in your life are not conducive to that. Maybe you've got a few things to sort out, a few things to wind up, finish off. Or maybe it's just practically as in the ducks are not lined up in a row for you to get the best outcome. You've just got to stop, watch and wait, because I think there is something coming along in your life that's going to be quite exciting, adventurous, energetic. For some of you, very passionate. But it's at some point it's not in the near future. It's not like years away, but it might be even a few months away. But it's not ready. You're not ready, or it's not ready for you yet. So what you need to do is be watchful and wait for it. See how you can improve yourself. See what the situation requires. You know, do a bit of investigating. Because I think once the time comes, you will be able to move forward and move quickly into whatever's happening. But it's just not the right time. So this for me says that for a lot of you, this could well be more of a spiritual journey than a tangible real life one, like moving to another country or something. This feels like this is an internal journey of you, that maybe you're going to go through a bit of spiritual development, you know, a bit more maturing, a few more experiences that will bring you wisdom and knowledge. But I can only re-emphasise that it's just not the right time. So I'm sort of limited in what I can say is coming, because it's not just yet. It's what you need to focus on at the moment. I think finishing things off and sort of, as I say, researching, looking forward. If you've got somewhere where you want to be, if you have ambitions, keep doing that investigating. See if you need to get qualified, or if you need to save up, or if you need to get certain pieces of equipment, you know, or if you just need to focus on your spiritual development a lot more before you're ready, as I say, to walk down that path. Because I think there is a new path for you. I'm guaranteeing it. It's just not the right time. So it's like you've watched this video too early. So make sure you save it, and then when things hot up a bit in your life, come back to it, and maybe one of the other readings will scream out to you to be chosen. But let's have a look at the charms to give us a few more clues to see what else there is that I can tell you. Okay, that fell off the plate. More to do with my throwing than anything else. Oops. You've got quite a few. Doggy. So we've got the Easter rabbit, the ring, the dragonfly, the safety pin, the cross, the oak tree, the fish, the boat, the dog, the key, the owl, the starfish, the anchor, tiger and sun, and the heart. And I don't know if I said that, but that's the unicorn and the tower. So there's definitely an accumulation of wisdom, because we've got the wise owl. There's about looking positive. Hunting as well. The tiger for me is always the hunter. So there is something that you need to find out and research. You're definitely meant to pay attention to something that's going on. And you can't act until perhaps you've got more information, or, as I say, until the situation's developed. There's just nothing you can do at the moment. But if you pay attention to it, you know, I think this is something that you know about, actually. I think this has already started to grow in your life, and you're just meant to wait for it to grow a bit more. And because you're paying attention to it, you're able to have a competitive edge, or have an advantage over others, because you have the knowledge and you've accumulated it. So you can say, yeah, I noticed this months ago. Or for some of you, you can say, I noticed this first years ago, and I've been paying attention to it for the past year or two. And now I know all this stuff. And you can just sort of have the intellect to back up your theories with facts and knowledge. Because this is going to lead to success, and it's enduring. This is something as I say, I feel that now it's something that's been going on for a long time in your life, or it will. This could be something that happens to you for the rest of your life. And there's just this feeling of spirituality, of that it's going to lead to abundance. You're focusing on your abundance, and it could be financial abundance, emotional abundance, or spiritual abundance, you know, all the rest of it. But this is something that you're just going to be stuck with for quite a while. So it's like no rush. It's going to be such a big part of your life that you need to take your time with it. And as I say, find out these things. An important part of your life. I mean, for some of you, this could be a love reading, and this is ultimately about a marriage. This could end up in being a marriage, or just something that's constantly going on in your life. So it's like if you've got someone that you have your eye on, but maybe they're of a different religion, or you're into tarot, maybe they're not. Maybe they follow a more world religion, you know, an established religion, or just are an atheist, don't believe in any of this. Now's not the right time to try and like woo them for some of you, but to get to know them better before you can go forward and, you know, stake your claim, because I think there is love here and attraction even on their part, but you either need to know more about them, get to know them a bit better, or reconcile yourself to the differences between the two of you. You might be the one that needs to learn that they are different, you know, for some of you. But there's happiness in the future for you if you bide your time and pay attention and, you know, don't rush it. So I'm going to bring this up so you can pause it and have a look. You might have your own meaning for these charms. But if you want a private reading with me, you can have one. I've actually got a sale on my prices up until the 24th of July 2020. So send me an email if you want that. If this is after that date, this is some point in the future, you can still get a reading from me. The normal prices are also in the description box. So have a look there and send me an email at oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you. And I just wish you all the best of luck for the future. Please take very good care of yourself. Thank you for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay, those of you that chose number 3, this is your reading. I also do have the charms, which I forgot to mention in the introduction. So we'll do the cards first, then we'll have a look at what your charms have to say about it. So what is it that you need to focus on in your life at the moment? So this can be one specific area in your life, or more generally. Just adapt what I'm saying to your particular situation. And remember, it doesn't matter if not all of it resonates. Just take the bits that do and use the information as best suits your life. So we've got fairy tales, letting go, detachment, moving on. It's quite a clear message there. This way. Queen of Bows, that's the hair. The 6 of Swords, that's a repeating message there. Wait, contradictory message there. And honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Well, obviously we've got 2 images of like people on a, you know, we can't ignore the gondola going off. Matching the 6 of Swords image of a being taken away, and the moving on, letting go message. So quite clearly the thing you've got to focus on at the moment is letting go of something. That's the general message, is it's time to let go of something, but with kindness. This card is telling you to be kind, warm-hearted, you know, generous. It's about being really positive. It's like gracious in defeat. It's about avoiding, you know, being spiteful or nasty, even if you can, and certain people wouldn't blame you if you allowed your darker side to come out, your shadow self. It's saying no, take the higher ground, be more positive, but it's time to move on. It's time for you to walk away from this particular situation without leaving any hurt feelings behind you. I'm going to have to say that for some of you, there is a literal message of wait before you travel somewhere. So if any of you have got planning to book something or make a certain journey, there might be something that happens that causes you to go somewhere else, like travel to a different destination, or you might find it's better for you to wait and go somewhere else. Go to the same location but at a different time. Because I feel the wait message, in a way, seems contradictory to the rest of it, which is basically saying, let go, move on. Because it's saying wait. So for some of you, now's not the time to literally walk away. For some of you, it's time to begin the process of this walking away and moving on. Maybe you need to psychologically prepare yourself for it before you can actually take that action. I'm going to have to ask for clarification on that wait, because I'm really intrigued as to why it says wait. I asked for clarification, it's gone yes. Yes, wait. So it's telling you what. So let's think about one specific area of your life, or if you've had a question that you've been thinking about, is it time to do this? It's saying wait. Maybe for some of you it's wait before you detach and move on. Maybe some of you have been thinking about detaching and moving on and letting go of something, and it's saying wait. Especially if there's still some happiness there. Maybe that's the message for some of you, is enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. If there were good times but there's certain frustrations and you're thinking it's time to move on, it's saying wait. Wait, be kind, be warm-hearted. Be generous of spirit and heart. So maybe some of you are ready to walk away from a situation that you don't really need to walk away from. Maybe if your emotions are high and you're tense and you're feeling the twitchiness of moving on to a new journey, moving on to new people. And it's saying, no, don't, rush ahead and make a mistake. I think some of you need to move on from an unhealthy situation, and others of you are moving on from a situation you don't really need to move on from. Maybe the situation or the relationship or whatever it is needs adapting or changing or improving, and progressing, but it possibly doesn't need to be completely abandoned. Let's see what the charms say. Didn't get that many charms, I'll do it again. Done a few more. There's only a few there, so about 4, which isn't really enough. Squirrel, snail, slow wait, owl, thinking about it. There's something that needs cutting out of your life, but for some reason there really is a message of saying don't rush. So we've got the stork as well, flying with the new baby. Something new is meant to come in. Taking a gamble. I mean, we've got the ring card, which is obviously like an engagement ring. So this could be about a relationship for some of you. There's just lots of messages about time to walk away, to move on. Dolphin, which is playful to me. There's fun to be had. Same, focus on have your fun, enjoyment. But for some reason there's a delay needed because there's lots about slow moving energy. Snail, snake can be quick but generally moves slowly. Foxes are wily, you don't really notice them. There's just a lot about, it's time to dream, to move on, to do new things. But there's no rushing with this, I think. There's no rushing. So whatever it is that you're thinking about doing, I think, move away, move on to something new. Something where you can enjoy yourself. But for some, the message is, I think, that you just can't act quickly. And I wonder whether for some of you this is very frustrating. So I'm sorry about that. But sometimes it's just the way it is. It isn't quite the time. That's squirrel for me is like squirrels prepare for the future. They're very quick animals. It's about storing up things for the future. So I think there are things that you need to do in order to benefit you in the future, I think, actually, for some of you. And that's why it's saying wait. Maybe there's things that need to develop, or you need, to work on it a bit more. Because there is success here. There is success. There is an answer. You're going to unlock the lock that's been closed to you. But now's not the time, I think, for some of you. So I'm going to let you have a look at these charms. You can pause it to have a good look yourself, see what you think, how these things resonate with you. And that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments section if you want a private reading with me. I do have a sale on at the moment until the 24th of July 2020. So send me an email. Everything you need is in the description box. If it's after that date, you can still go ahead and contact me for a private reading. Again, it's all just in the description box. So send me an email. It's oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you. I wish you all the best for the future. Please take very good care of yourself. Thank you for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay, last but not least, number 4s. What do you need to focus on at this time in your life? This can be a specific area of your life, or it can be more generally. It's up to you. And just remember to take the bits that resonate with you in terms of what your real question is, and just put aside the things that don't really make any sense, and just use the information as best you can in order to improve and enhance your life. So I've also got the charms. I'm going to do the cards first, then we'll look at the charms. I forgot to mention the charms in the introduction. I always do, but I have got them, and we'll have them later. So what do you need to focus on in your life at the moment? We start off with the Merlin, guidance, mentorship, teacher of the old ways. Ace of Arrows, the breath of life. The Nine of Cups. Recovery, and love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So this is really quite a clear message to me. So let's just get straight to it. I think some of you have had a really rough time recently, and the message is to recover. It really is. It's loving yourself first. I think there's somebody around you that's really been looking out for you. For some of you, it could even be a doctor or something. And they're offering you their wisdom, their guidance, their mentorship, and they're looking out for you. And they want you to recover. So listen to them. Obviously, you've got to use your own wisdom. But they are there, in order to assist you. This breath of life, this card in this deck is really talking about going within. It's like meditating and connecting to your subconscious and your real desires. And you might even be dreaming a lot and having interesting dreams. Probably, definitely, if you've been through a rough patch, is your brain, your soul, your consciousness is processing it. So you need to allow these things to happen. You need to dig in deep within yourself to deal with whatever's left you feeling a bit down in the dumps, a bit rough, a bit, confused, or whatever's caused you to need to recover. You need to invest in yourself. You need to love yourself. And what you need to focus on is your own happiness, your own contentment. It's about feeling abundant and satisfied with what you have, and that everything that you need, you have. And if you don't have it, you can acquire it easily. He's a satisfied merchant. He's worked hard and he's got the rewards. So it's about finding your own personal happiness within yourself. And I think for a lot of you, perhaps you've been through a patch where you've had a blow to your confidence, or had a blow to your sense of self, like your reputation almost. And you need to recover from that. You need to forgive yourself and love yourself, even though you've made mistakes and perhaps some of you poor choices. It's to reconcile yourself to that. You still have great value. People still love you. You're still worthy. You still deserve all the good things in life. And this speaks to me, yes, some of you it could be physical recovery, but this speaks to me just as much as a spiritual recovery from something that's happened in your life. And it doesn't have to be one big massive explosion of a big event. This could be something that's been happening to you for a while. But you're not alone. There are people around you. And this is very much a journey, I think, of the self, where you're meditating, being quiet, reflective, and allowing these things to come through and to be let loose, and so you've got freedom from them. I'm going to emphasize on the love yourself first. I think you really, really do need to have a bit of self-love here. So give yourself some time. Allow yourself the space to heal. Dig deep inside yourself to get over, recover, understand, process, what's happened to you, and look forward and focus on finding your personal peace and contentment and your own personal sense of abundance. I'm going to do your charms now to see what else comes up. But I feel that's very much a complete message for you. Your focus now is to get better. You must get better. So, little bits from the bag. Like little bits of thread from the bag, all my charms. Yeah, it's time to say the success is ahead for you. You're unlocking the lock, you're opening the door, you're sorting out the solution. There's a lot of hard work to be done, but you can carry the load. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that this is something that's actually been going on for quite a while for a lot of you. And it's time to cut these things out. Make the new journey. Yeah, you are sailing onto something new. You're letting it go. You're coming into a new life. You're making something new for yourself. That you're turning the gear. And it's just a slow, comfortable, healing journey for you. It feels very soulful. And you're being careful about it. You're measuring, you're making sure everything's right and accurate, so that you don't make any mistakes. Very soulful journey where you're determined to not repeat mistakes, not make any new ones. You want it to be, but it's with confidence actually. I'm beginning to feel that actually there is a burgeoning confidence within you that you're moving on the right path, but it's just that you're on that journey. So you are moving in the right direction, and the focus is for you to carry on the direction that you're going in, where you have this internal journey, that you find your contentment and your peace and your satisfaction and abundance, and that you love yourself. I mean, the cat is always sort of selfish and indulgent and sort of, but also loving, and I feel that's what you've got to pursue. I think maybe you've given too much, maybe you've been too selfless, maybe you've been you have been ill, or there's something happened that you need to recover from. But it's now time for you, and I think you're taking that time for you to discover who you are, what you want, and as I say, recover. For some of you, it's about recovering into who you were always meant to be, and you've got this new beginning, this new start coming, because you're prioritizing what you need. And it's, I think, a long time coming for some of you. But you are doing the right thing, you are on the right path, you are starting to take the right actions. Just continue to love yourself, continue to, if you've got somebody who you trust and who you respect that's helping you, continue with that, and don't be afraid to dig deep within yourself to find the answers, or at the very least to get rid of the rubbish that's toxic to you. Some of you. So I'm going to let you look at the charms. You can pause it and have a closer look, see what they mean to you. But if you want a private reading with me, I've got a sale on until the 24th of July 2020. If it's after that date, you can still get a private reading with me. Just check the description box, check out what's on offer. Send me an email at oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you. But other than this, let me know in the comment section if it resonated and all the rest of it. You please take very good care of yourself. Thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye.